Welcome to Yoga Stretch. My name is Katy. Today we're going to talk about grounding yourself. Your yoga postures need to be active and strong. In order to do that, you need steadiness. And to get steadiness, you need to be grounded. That means you need to connect with the earth or the ground. So whether you're on your feet or you're on your hands and knees, whatever posture you're in, you need to be firmly connected to your mat. And we're going to talk a little bit about that as we go through our yoga today. All right, let's take a seat and we're going to have a lie down. So just bring yourself down to the floor. Press your elbows into the floor, lift your shoulder blades up, hug them together and flatten your back down. We're going to place our left hand on our heart center, right hand on the belly. Lift the head up, tuck the chin in and lengthen through the back of the neck. Place your head down comfortably. Drop your feet outwards. Let the inner thighs relax just by moving your legs from side to side. Start to breathe into your belly and become aware of how you are grounded in this posture. The back of your head is on the floor. Your shoulder blades, your mid-back, your hips, the backs of your calves, your heels, and your elbows. Just try to imagine how your actual cells connect to the ground. There's a point of connection. Try to find it in your mind. Okay, let's bring our awareness to our hands and link the fingers, turn the hands inside out, breathe in, arms overhead, point your toes to the floor. Take a big stretch, so you're lifting up your mid-back from the floor, big stretch over the head and breathe out. Bring your toes forward and bring your arms down. You can rotate the palms towards your face. Then let's breathe in, rotate the palms, bring the arms over the head, nice big stretch. Big breath into the ribs. Bring your toes forward and breathe out. Bring your heads down to hips again. Let's do that again. Breathe in. Big stretch. And breathe out. Let's try that 2 more times. Nice big stretch. And your last one. Let's place the hands by the sides and bring them up over the head. And reach through the right arm, left leg, stretch, and then release. Reach through the opposite arm and leg, a big stretch across the body, and release. Let's try that 1 more time each side. Big stretch across the body, right arm, left leg, and then release. Changing sides, big stretch, and release. Now bring your arms back down by your sides and we're going to just slide our feet in a little bit closer towards our hips, not too much. And then we're going to tighten our tummy, squeeze the buttocks, lift the hips, bring your feet down to the floor as much as you can. Try to lift up onto your shoulders, tuck your chin and lengthen through the back of the neck. And just pause here. Can you see how my hips are lifted? Now we're grounded through the back of the head, the shoulder blades, the arms and the heels. Now just lower yourself down by bending your knees. Walk your feet to the end position. Give your knees a hug. So bring them to your chest one at a time. Place your hands around your knees and link the fingers. Let's just take a little rock from side to side. Remember to draw your navel down towards your spine just a little bit. Now we're going to extend the left leg and we're going to hold the right knee with the left arm, bring it across the body and bring your arm out to the other side. Now you can tuck your top toes behind your knee if that's a little bit more comfortable. Let's take 3 breaths into the chest. Okay, let's place the foot on the floor and bring the other knee to chest and hold it with the right hand and extend your right leg. Left arm out to the side and bring that knee across the body. Tuck the toes behind the knee. Turn your head the opposite way. Okay, now roll yourself over to your side and let's just place the arm on the head, or the head on the hand. All right, extend your legs, bring your toes forward so you balance. Now let's consider our grounding in this position. Our elbow, the side of our body, we should be lifted around the waist. We're resting on the hip, the calf, and the outer edge of the feet. Let's rotate the top foot diagonally. Breathe in, lift, breathe out. Flex through the foot, bring it down. Point through the toes to lift and push through the heel to go down. We want to work the shin and the calf. Let's do that 2 more times. Lift and lower. And last time, lift up. Hold the back of your knee. We're going to stretch this leg. You might like to slide your hands to your ankles. And if you feel quite stretchy today, toes towards you, hold your big toe with your fingers, your index and middle finger. Don't let your shoulder lift up to your ear. Remember, you need to draw it down away from the ear. That's it, lovely. And let's take several breaths here. Now float that leg down and let's come onto the elbow. You can have your hand in a fist or you can flatten your hand down. Now we're going to lift our hips up. You don't need to. You can keep your hips on the floor if you want to. Your level 2 position is lifting your hips up. Now lift your top leg up and you might like to hold your toe with your index and middle finger. Keep your rib cage lifted. Don't let it drop down into your shoulder. Let's float that leg down, lower yourself down and swing your legs around to the other side. Place your head under your hand and extend your legs. Bring your toes forward. Lift up through your side. Make sure you're nice and comfortable. Rotate your top foot. Let's breathe in, lift the leg up, breathe out, float that foot down. Breathe in and lift, breathe out to lower. Let's do that 3 more times. Take your time, try not to rush. And then lifting your leg up, hold the back of the knee, the ankle, or just hold your big toe, shoulders downwards, tummy firm. And let's take several breaths here. Let's release that toe, lower the leg down, come onto the elbow. Lift up through your side. Okay, let's lift our hips up if you're going to join me, otherwise hips stay on the floor. Lift your leg up and then perhaps hold your big toe with your hand. And then release, lower it down, and let's bring ourselves into a seated position. Okay, now we're going to extend our legs forward. So I'll just slide back a little bit. Take your right ankle, cross it over your left. Now let's just take our hands, slide them behind the back, fingers pointing forward. Draw your shoulders downwards, your chest lifts. Let's rock from side to side, just loosening up into the hips first. That's it, lovely. Now let's just make sure we're sitting on the sit bones. So we can now feel the connection or the grounding through our sit bones, through the back of one leg and heel. Okay, beautiful. Now we're going to bring our arms up and take our left hand over the top of our right. No, let's change that over. Take the left hand under the right, so the right goes over the top. And now we've got the opposite hand on the opposite leg. Pull your tummy in and lean forward. Now you can keep your hands here, but I want you to keep your shoulders down. Slide your hands forward to your ankles and see if you can keep your shoulders down. If that's quite comfortable, you might bring your toes forward, your feet forward, and hold the outer edges of the feet. But if your shoulders are lifting up to your ears, I want you to draw them downwards. Pull your tummy in. If you can't quite do this, just release and come back to the previous position. Don't overstrain yourself, and particularly don't work into the neck. Chin to chest, relax down. Let's take a few breaths here. Breathe around the belly and the back, particularly the lower part of the back. And then release and slide your hands up your legs, and then we're going to take our left hand, hold the outer edge of the right knee. That's it, and we're going to open our arm up. Now make it really wide. Now with your left hand, you might be able to slide it down to your ankle and still keep your arm nice and open on the right side. You might also be able to slide your hand a little bit further and maybe even reach the instep of the opposite foot. And then keep reaching up. Nice big stretch through the chest. Breathe into the side of your body that's open. And then float your hand down and let's slide those legs in. Now remember which leg you've got in front, and let's take a seat. We're going to work a little bit into our shoulders and arms now. So bring your arms out to the side and rotate, thumbs up. Bring the palms forward so they're facing each other. Then rotate thumbs downwards. Take your right hand over your left and link your fingers. Shoulders down, chest lifted and tummy in. Let's breathe in and breathe out. Bring your hands between your arms and your chest. Let's breathe in, extend the arms and breathe out. Just bring them through a little bit more. All right, we're going to do a little bit more each time. So just have a go, and if you can't quite do it, that's okay. Just do as much as you can. Okay, and one more time, and let's extend the arms through, shoulders are down, chest lifted, tummy in. So we should be at our maximum stretch now. Okay, now we're going to bring those arms through and we're going to reach them straight up to the ceiling. Shoulders down, chest lifted. Try to get the arms next to your ears. So often they'll go like that. So try to get them reaching up. That's it, beautiful. Now tighten the tummy, breathe in and breathe out. Remember, you're grounded through your hips, so keep those hips connected to the floor. Breathe in and breathe out. Bend to the other side. Let's try that one more time each side. Breathe in and lift. Breathe out to bend. Can we feel a work around the waist? Keeping both hips down. Breathe in and lift. Breathe out and bend. Nice work. Lift up the arms and we're going to bring them forward. And can you release the fingers, palms together. Rotate the palms, bring hands to chest in prayer. Deep breath in and out. Okay, lovely. Let's float the hands down to knees. We've got a camel pose. It's like a cat-cow pose. So let's breathe in, cat arch, draw the shoulder blades downwards and inwards, open the chest. Breathe out, pull the tummy in and arch the back. Breathe in, stretch the chest and draw the shoulders down and breathe out. Pull that tummy in. We're going to do it one more time. Breathe in, open up that chest and breathe out, round the back out. And then bring yourself to a nice seated position. Lovely. We're going to take our right foot over our left. Now, if you find this position is quite uncomfortable for your bottom leg, extend the leg out, choose this position. Much kinder on the knee if you have issues. Otherwise, you're going to keep that leg there, lift up and sit down and see where you're grounded this time. On the sit bones, the outer edge of the foot and the leg, and we're sitting up nice and comfortably, nice and stable and well balanced. Now let's take our left arm around our knee, right arm behind the back, we have a twist, and we're going to lift up nice and tall, and then turn our head to look in front of our shoulder. You can turn your head a little further if you have the neck mobility. Otherwise, just stay looking in front of the shoulder. Now with your left hand, you can take it inside your knee and hold your big toe with your index and middle finger. Do keep the shoulders downwards. Let's take 3 breaths. Okay, let's release our hand, place it down, and let's take our right hand to the floor, lift the left arm up and over. We're going to stretch in through the side. So shoulders are down. You can reach your arm or bend your elbow, palm faces me, and you can gaze under your armpit or down to the floor at your hand. I'm just picking something that's most comfortable for your neck. 3 big breaths into the ribs on the side. Okay, beautiful. Let's change ourselves around. So extend your legs forward again, give them a shake, and this time we're taking our left leg over our right. Take your hands behind you, fingers pointing forward. Let's rock the hips from side to side, just loosening up into those hips first before we do from forward bending and opening our chest. Okay, nice and firm on the sit bones. Again, check your grounding. You need to keep alert about the connection to the floor. Now through both hips and then the back of one leg and the heel. So let's bring our arms forward. And this time, our left hand is going over the right. Place your hands down below your knees, just on your shin. Pull your tummy in and bend forward. Check the shoulders are nice and soft and down. Slide your hands forward. See if you can stay there with your shoulders down, or if you can, flex your feet towards you, bring your toes towards you and hold the insteps. Shoulders down, tummy in. Now start to breathe around the belly and the lower back. You should get a nice stretch in the leg that's extended. And then release. And we're going to take our right hand outside our left knee and open up the left arm. If you can, you're going to slide your right hand down to your ankle and see if you can still keep that balance and your arm wide open. You can also hold the instep or the inside of the inside edge of the opposite foot. This is a little bit of brain gym. So your mind has to think a little bit about the opposite. So if it's holding the opposite, it makes you have to think a little bit harder about what you're doing. Okay, and let's slow the hand down. Beautiful. We're going to slide those legs nice and close to our hips again. And we're going to do the same shoulder exercise as before. So bring your arms out to the side, keep your chest lifted, bring the arms forward and rotate the thumbs downwards. This time the left hand is going over the right, link the fingers. Breathe in and breathe out. Just lift the hands under your chin. Breathe in, reach forward, breathe out and bring your hands a little bit further through. Work within your limits, reach, and then let's go a little bit further. Let's reach again, breathe in and breathe out and try to extend as far as you can. Just lifted tummy in, shoulders are down. Okay, let's bring those arms through, lift them above your head, shoulders down, chest lifted, tie nice and firm. Try to get those arms next to your ears We're going to breathe in and breathe out. Bend to the left this time. Breathe in, lift up, and breathe out. Bend to the right. Breathe in and lift up nice and tall. Then lower your arms down to shoulder height. Then we're going to release the fingers, rotate those palms to chest in prayer. Deep breath in and out. Okay, now we're going to uncross our feet and line them up with our hips. Now we're going to go into a squat. So if you don't like squatting, just come into a butterfly pose and pause here for a moment until we stand up. Otherwise, if you're joining me in your squat, you're going to rotate your feet outwards and just have your heels lined up with hips. Turn your hands into fists, place them next to your hips and lift yourself up into your squat. Okay, we're going to draw the shoulder blades down and let the spine grow really tall. Elbows inside knees, just push them apart gently to stretch the inside of the hips and the inner thighs. Now, let's think about grounding again. See how we're connected to the earth. So feet are both connected. So try and feel your toes, the ball of your feet and your heels. Your insteps should be slightly lifted. If you can lift them a little bit, try. Otherwise, let your body naturally do that. Now we're going to lift up halfway. So lift your hips up just halfway. This is quite strong. Shoulders down, tummy in. That's it. Let's pause here. Now we're going to toe heel our feet so the heels are under our hips in chair pose. We're going to bring our elbows together, lift the thumbs up so they're touching just above our eyebrows. So this is our elephant pose. Let's take 3 breaths here. And then let yourself bend forward. Hold the elbows, shin to chest, arms hang down nice and loosely. Make sure you're moving your body weight forward in your feet. So the weight is in the middle to the front of the feet. Breathe into your back, particularly your lower back where you'll be enjoying quite a big stretch. And then smooth the elbows and the torso from side to side. And lower your arms down, breathe in, hands on shins, breathe out. Let's roll ourselves up to a standing position. Lift our shoulders to ears, roll them back and draw them downwards. Okay, now we're going to do a sun salute. So I'm going to turn and face sideways. And bring your feet together. Just make sure the bones don't touch. Lift the toes up, spread them out. So can you feel your feet evenly balanced? So you can feel the pressure of your toes, the ball of the foot or just the front of the foot below the toes and the heels. And try to lift your instep just a little bit. Okay, now we're going to lift our rib cage up so we create more space between the ribs and the hips. And as you do that, can you feel your tummy just pulling in a little bit of a squeeze in the bottom part of the buttocks, and a little bit of a tightening in the thighs. Okay, let's bring the arms down to sides nice and comfortably, and let's roll the shoulders, lift them up and roll them back and downwards. Stretch your fingers out and reach them towards the floor. Now I want you to focus on grounding. Your chin should be parallel to the floor and tucked in slightly. You can close your eyes so you can focus more on what your feet are doing and the connection with the floor and the mat. Try to feel each toe, the base of the toes and the heel, all connected to the mat. Now let's take a deep breath in, sun salute. Reach up and swan dive, forward fold, chest to thighs. Tuck your chin in if you can. Flat back, hands on shins. Lengthen through the spine, shoulders towards ears and tummy lifted. Breathe out, forward fold, chest to thighs. We're going to do that another 2 times. Flat back, your hands might be on your toes. And forward fold. And one more time. Flat back. And breathe out, forward fold. We're going to step back into plank. So step back, right foot, left foot, plank. Slide shoulders to hips, tighten the tummy. And just feel how you're grounded in this position. If you do need to place your knees on the floor, by all means do that. Now press through the palms, feel your fingers connect to the floor and all your toes and the base of your toes. Shoulders slide towards hips. Now tighten your tummy and squeeze the bottom part of your buttocks. Let's take 3 breaths here. Now remember to look in front of your fingertips. Now breathe in, breathe out, plank to floor. You can put your knees down or just hover above the floor. Then slide your elbows forward into Sphinx. Let's spread the fingers out. Make sure we're connecting with the palms and the fingers on the mat and through the forearms. We're going to press that pubic bone down a little, draw the shoulders towards hips and lengthen through the spine. A little squeeze in the buttocks. Okay, now as we draw our elbows backward, bringing our chest forwards. Lift your chin if you can. If it's uncomfortable, just move it along the range of your neck. So just nodding your head to find the right position for your neck. Draw your shoulder blades downwards and inwards to help keep your chest nice and open. Breathe into the front of your body. Now take your right hand, thread it under your left, rest on your elbow. Then take your left arm across and then reach your arms as wide as you can. So this is a knot. You're stretching your shoulders. So slide your arms under your chest and you can place your forehead down. If that's uncomfortable, keep your head lifted. So let's pause here and take a few breaths. Now slide your elbows back, come into Sphinx and just walk your elbows to the right and look over your right shoulder towards your feet. Now we're going to walk our elbows to the front and then around to the left and look over the feet. Okay, so let's move the hands forward again. Beautiful. Slide your hands under your chest and we're going to just bring the arms out to the sides. Now palms down and turn your head towards your right hand. We're going to lift our left leg up and over. Lift your chest up a little to make it comfortable. Then tap your foot down to the floor. So this is going to stretch into your left shoulder. It's a scorpion. Now lift your leg up and lower it down. Bring your arms down by your sides, palms up and shoulders on the floor, chin on the floor. We're going into a praying mantis, so let's bend the right knee, flex the foot, lift the left leg up and you can place your foot on top of your ankle on top of the sole of your foot, your right foot. If that's too high for your leg, just keep it a bit lower. Otherwise, bring it to this position. You can also slide your heel just below your knee and lift your leg up higher, or place it above the knee to go up quite high. Okay, then we're going to keep the shoulders on the floor and lift the arms up. Now see how you're grounded here? You've got your knee, your hip, and your shoulders and chin. Now we're going to lift the shoulders up. If you can balance, try this. Now bring your hands down, take them under your chest and lower your leg down, cobra. Come into a child's pose, so toes together, knees wide, and have your arms extended. So nice and stretched out. Okay, now we're going to lower our elbows down, move the body weight forward, tuck the toes under and lift the hips up into a dolphin. Pull the tummy up, draw the chest towards your thighs and make sure your shoulders are right away from your ears. Now pull your tummy in, lower your knees down. Come back into your child's pose. Have your little fingers on the outer edge of the mat, and you can come into a cat and then a cobra, or you can lower your elbows down and join me in a spitting cobra. So you're sliding your body forwards, lifting your elbows, lifting up into your high cobra. Tuck your toes under, lift the hips, come into down dog. Just make yourself comfortable here. Okay, and then we're going to crouch, look between the thumbs, and step the left foot forward, then the right foot forward, forward fold, chin to chest and flat back. Forwards fold, and breathe in, sun salute, lift up. Breathe out, hands down to sides and back to chest in prayer. Let's breathe in and out. And we're going to do that again. Sun salute, reach up and swan dive, forward fold, chest to thighs, flat back. Breathe out, forward fold, and step back into plank. Let's breathe in and breathe out. Try the crocodile, where you're just hovering above the floor, your nose almost touching, and then flatten yourself down. Slide your elbows forward. Draw the shoulder blades downwards, lengthen through the spine, and let's draw the elbows back, chest forward, wide in the chest. Take 3 breaths here. Now we're going to take our left hand, thread it under the right, rest on your elbow. Take your right arm, thread it across, so you're still resting on your elbows. Now you're going to slide your hands to either side. Try to bring your arms under your chest and then place your head down, or otherwise keep it lifted. Beautiful stretch for the shoulders and the arms. Let's breathe into the back, right around the shoulder blades where we're stretching mostly. Okay, let's lift up. Slide the elbows back, bring them forwards, and we're going to then slide the hands a little bit closer to our chest and shoot them out to the sides. This time we're turning our face to the left. Now we're going to lift our left leg up, bend the knee, tap the foot down. So we should be now stretching our right shoulder. We're getting a lovely stretch in the hip also. So let's float that leg down. Bring your arms to your sides, palms up, chin on the floor. We've got the praying mantis again, so this time left foot. We're going to flex, bend the knee, flex the foot and lift up your right leg and place it on top in the same position as you did the last side. Now we're going to lift the arms up but keep the shoulders connected to the floor. Now if you can, you're going to lift the shoulders. And we're going to balance on the chin, the chest and the knee. Now lower your hands down, place it onto your chest, lower your leg down and cobra, then child's pose. Stretch the arms forward. Pull the tummy up, sit on your heels, take a little rest. Big breath into the back. Then lower the elbows down, move your body weight forward and we're coming up into dolphin again. So let's lift the hips up, shoulders head towards up towards hips. Pull the tummy up, chest towards the thighs. You can step your feet together and lift your right leg up. Make sure you're squeezing your buttocks. Then lower your foot down. Let's try the other leg. Lower your foot down, lower your knees down, and come back into the child's pose with arms extended. Now this is where we're going to go into cat and up dog, or just rest your elbows down, spitting cobra. Slide through and then up. Tuck toes under, come into down dog. Let's just adjust ourselves here. Okay, let's crouch, look between the thumbs, step the left foot forward and right foot forward. Forward fold, flat back. Breathe out, forward fold. Nice deep breath in, sun salute. Lift up, nice and tall. And breathe out, hands down by sides, back to chest in prayer. Deep breath in and out. All right, now we're going to do some balancing, and we have the thinker pose. Now the thinker pose, we're going to bring our legs into eagle legs. Now of course you can have your foot on the floor or bring your foot up around your calf, and then we're going to bring our hands forward, rotate the palms upwards. The left thumb is going to go across the palm, close your fingers over your hand. Bring your fist under your chin and place the other hand under the elbow. And then float your elbow down to your knee. Okay, we're going to do that together. So that's what the posture looks like. And we'll start with the feet comfortably apart. And then roll your right foot forward, tighten the tummy, and cross your leg over. That's it. If you're nice and stable, just keep the toes on the floor. If you're more balanced, you might like to lift your foot to your calf or wrap your toes around your calf. Float your hands forward. Left thumb across the palm, close your fingers into a fist. Place the fist under your chin. Take the other palm under your elbow. Pull your tummy in and push your hips back and float yourself down to your knee to complete the thinker. Let's take a few breaths here. And then lifting up, and let's kick the leg forward, float the leg down and float the arms down. Take a walk. Let's try that on the other side. So roll your left foot forward, cross it over the right, toes on the floor if you're wobbly, or pick the same leg position as last time. Palms forward and upwards. Right thumb across the palm, left fingers, or right fingers over the thumb. Bring your fist under your chin, your left palm under your elbow. Float down to your knee. Pause here for a few breaths. Notice how you're grounded on the one foot. Try to keep your weight evenly balanced through your foot. Let's breathe in, lift up. Let's kick the foot forward, float it down and float your arms down. Let's take a little walk. All right, the next balance is Warrior 3, but we're going to do a sequence and add on Warrior 1 and an elephant pose. So I'm going to turn sideways along my mat. Now, to start off with, we're going to soften the knees, tighten the tummy, and step the right foot back, just a little way. Now, bring your arms out to the sides and start to float your leg off the floor. Tighten the tummy, lift the leg up, make sure the 5 toes are pointing at the floor. Hug your shoulder blades together to hold the arms up. If your arms are a little bit heavy, place your hands on your hips. Now, we're going to float the back foot down. So toes touch the floor, then the heel. Make sure you're grounded with both feet, and then sweep your arms up into Warrior 1. Wide prayer. Stretch the arms up. Breathe into the front of your body. Now breathing in, reach up, breathe out, hands to chest in prayer. Stay at the same level and step your back foot next to your front foot. Your knees and your feet are together. Tummy in, push the hips back. Now bring your elbows together. Raise your thumbs up just above your eyebrows, back into our elephant posture. Take 3 breaths. And slowly float yourself back up into your mountain pose, prayer at chest. Okay, let's try that on the other side. So hands to hips, soften your knees and step your left foot back. Okay, float your arms out to the side and let's lift that leg up. Tighten the tummy. That's it, beautiful. Keep your buttocks nice and strong, 5 toes point to the floor. Now float the back foot down, just touch the toes down, then lower the heel, ground your feet into the mat first, and then lift your arms up, warrior 1. Now float your hands down to your chest, come on the ball of the back foot, step it forwards, so your feet are next to each other, knees pressing together. Balancing nice and evenly on your feet. Push your hips back. Bring your elbows together. Shoulders stay down. Tummy in. Then float your thumbs above your eyebrows. And slowly bring yourself back to a standing position. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Now we're going to float those hands behind the back. If you can, link your fingers, press your palms together. Otherwise, just stack your hands and rest them on the lower back. We're going to soften the knees, tighten the tummy and step the right foot back. Now we're in a warrior 1 position. So we're going to do humble warrior, which means we're going to keep leaning forward, rest the shoulder on the knee, look at your back foot and lift your arms up. If you can't manage lifting your arms up, you're going to rest them on your lower back. Otherwise, arms are lifted, but be sure that you're pressing your palms together. If you want to make this a little more challenging, bring your shoulder inside your knee. Otherwise, rest your shoulder on your knee. Breathe into your back and into your belly. Lower your hands down, look forward. Lift up, come onto the ball of the back foot and step forward. Beautiful. Going to do that again to the other side. All right, so soften the knees, tighten the tummy, step the left foot back, lower the heel down, and then start to lean your body weight forward, resting the shoulder on the knee, chin to chest gaze at your back foot. Lift the arms up if you can manage. Shoulder inside the knee for a bigger hip stretch. Otherwise, stay with shoulder on knee. And then lower your hands on your back. Okay, and we're going to release the hands, bring them onto the floor. Pivot the feet around to face forward, so your feet are going to be in a diagonal position. Walk your hands up to your thighs. In a horse stance. So pull your tummy in, push your hips back. All right. So we're going to wrap the right arm around the waist, left arm around the back, shoulders down and twist. Look over your left shoulder. Then bring your arms around the other way, wrap them around the opposite direction and look over the opposite shoulder. Then release, place your hands on your thighs, drop your right shoulder forward, lifting up, and then drop the left shoulder forward, lifting up and shoulder forward. And we're going to do that one more time. Nice big stretch in the back. Lovely. Now let's straighten up through the legs, toe heel your feet just a little bit narrower. Going to breathe in, reach the arms up, breathe out, come into our squat. Take a seat into a butterfly pose if you need to. And then take your hands behind your back, take a seat. I'm going to turn around sideways. Now take your hands behind your knees. Let's lift up nice and tall. And breathe out. Pull the tummy in and walk the hands down the backs of the legs. Now let's bring the knees to the chest one at a time. Link those fingers, hands on knees. Just pause here for a moment and think about your grounding. So the back of your head, your spine, your hips are on the floor. We're going to rock from side to side, so you'll find that your shoulder blades will help keep you upright. So pressing those into the mat. So you're now rocking, which is changing how you are connected to the mat. Okay, let's lift those legs up. Keep the tummy nice and firm. You can place your hands on your floor or hold the backs of legs. Lift yourselves up into a shoulder stand. Backs of hands around, or your fingers around the back, and the thumbs around the waist, just above the hips. Let's rotate the ankles just 3 times one way. And then 3 times the other. Now if you want to, you can go down to the floor again and go into a ramp or a bridge. Otherwise, join me going straight into your bridge. Bring your fingers along the sides of your hips. Lower your hips down. Lower one foot down and then let the other foot go down. Lower the heels. Bring your arms down. Pop yourself in this position if you went down the other way. Now stay in this position or join me in a neck bridge by clasping your fingers together, pressing the palms together, roll up onto shoulders, lengthen through the back of your neck, and then bring your little fingers to the floor. Draw your shoulder blades towards your hips as you do this. Breathe into the belly, give your buttocks a little extra squeeze and lift your hips a tiny bit higher. And then release your hands, place your palms down, roll down, one vertebrae at a time. Take your time, especially with the lower back. You want to stretch it out as best you can. Bring your knees to your chest, one at a time. Bring your arms into a T position and lower your knees to one side. Take your hand nearest the knee and place it on top. Turn your head the opposite way. Now lift your knees up to the ceiling and lower them down to the other side. Turn your head the opposite way. Okay, let's bring our feet into butterfly pose in the air. Bring the soles of feet together, the knees wide. Hold on to your ankles if you can reach, otherwise your calves are fine. Lower your heels to the floor. Now press your elbows in the floor, lift the shoulder blades up, flatten them down. Take your left hand on heart center, right hand on belly. Elbows resting on the floor. Lift your head up, tuck your chin in, lengthen through the back of the neck. Place your head down comfortably. If butterfly pose is not comfortable for you, feet as wide as your mat. Drop your knees inwards. Let's take several breaths here. You can stay with your legs in butterfly pose or extend your legs. And bring your arms to your sides, roll your feet outwards, bring your legs a little bit apart. Make sure the hips are nice and comfy. Palms upwards if it's comfy for you, or palms downwards, or just leave them on your chest. Relax your fingers. Start to breathe right down to your belly. Let your body relax. Feet drop away. Thighs soften. Belly soften. Shoulders and neck. You can stay in this lovely relaxed position by stopping the video and enjoying 5, 10, 15 or 20 minutes of relaxation. Turn the video back on and join me to finish. Otherwise, finish with me now. Start to move your fingers and toes and bring your breath down to your belly. Let's walk our feet to the end position and roll over to the side. Lift yourself up into a seated position, resting hands on the knees or in the lap. Soften the shoulders down. Let the chin drop a little bit closer towards the chest. Then lower your hands down, lift them up above your head in prayer, and breathe out. Bring thumbs to heart center. Just take 3 deep breaths to energize the body. Breathe into your belly. Bring your breath to your rib cage, collarbones and back, and breathe out. Breathe into the belly, up to the rib cage, into shoulders, into back, and breathe out. Take one more breath at your own pace, and breathe out. Have a peaceful heart and a peaceful mind and a wonderful day. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. If you like this video, press like and make a comment. Press subscribe for further updates and come and join me again.